It's okay. So the first part is
Yep.
I will show our new interface according to the client email and your help. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, can you see my screen? Uh, this is our new interface, and we divided into two functions. The first one is create your space. Um, this is enter static. Wait one second. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So here you can choose the number of the emotion. If we choose six, and we can see the six input box. And if you choose four, it's only interface, so you can see maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 box, and you six, and you can see here you can input your information, and say that. Yes, and this is the value of
Very nice.
yeah, the value of the emotion. You can see the 1, 0. Yes, and this is required, and that's why it's required, and it's optional. No. Yeah, and this choose your mapping. Mapping. Yes, and they can click the check your result. Second. And see the result. It will show your mapping function and the picture, and you can slide the and see your value. Yeah, the value maybe will be changed. Yeah, this is one function. The second one is this.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Okay. So also you can choose the number. You can choose six. I choose four, only four box. I choose six and enter your emotion, sad or happy. So enter six. And this is the mapping function. It's from the database. So it's from the function A. When user create a mapping function, it will it will be stored into database, and here uh, uh, here can call the
Yep.
function. Yeah, if you don't want this three, you can change advanced and maybe change other function and will check the result. Oh, okay, sorry. So it's also where enter this page. Yeah, and show the function, and yeah, it's the same page and good result. This is our new interface.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah. So I think this function maybe is right, right?
So the function is x squared. Shouldn't that be coefficient? It's like, isn't it like ax squared plus bx plus c?
Yeah. It will store the A and B and C, right? We know it.
Uh-huh. Okay, I see. Um, so um, so first,
I'm sorry.
Hi, Tim. We can't hear you.
so
No?
did you guys able to check my previous email on showcasing how you can compute the projection?
Yeah, we
From,
see it.
sorry.
Yeah, we have seen it.
So do you understand what's going on in the in the file?
Yes. So it is the
Yeah. So yeah. So what you are doing here is pretty correct. So what you have to do is just compute the coefficient of the function. So for example, for your f(x) equals to
yeah.
x squared, you should have a coefficient of a, b, and c in front of them.
Yeah, we know it. For example, this box is the x value, and this box is the y value. So maybe we have six. Maybe user must input the six x value, and maybe here 1 0 or 0 and here is 4 0. So the mapping can choose from the six point and make a group, right?
Yep. I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So is this currently functional, or is this just showcasing how it will looks like?
Yeah, it's no function. It's
It's just
fully
the
interface.
showcase.
Yep, that is completely okay. I think the interface looks pretty nice. And what so you know how you have places for optional. So what happens if the user doesn't type text in the optional field? Would it just use so right now? Would it just use 3 data points for the mapping?
Yeah, 3 or 4 is also okay, I think. Yeah, it is use can choose. So
we will calculate the algorithm based on the known values, and through after we calculate the algorithm, we use the algorithm to calculate the optional values. The client said there are some option values if the client don't want to calculate. Yeah. And
I see. That's okay. So do you guys understand what the professor had? So the professor had sent you guys an email, right? Do you understand what he meant in the email?
yeah, we
yes.
Yes, we
Are
have
there any
already
specific
understood.
question that you want me to try and clarify it right now?
Oh, no other question.
Okay, so I really like the interface. I think the interface looks pretty nice, and it seems to be pretty interactive as well. It's great that because you guys haven't was able to create the interface that allows user to quickly type in their data. I think the next step would one question is that right now you can choose a mapping algorithm A, mapping algorithm B, and mapping algorithm C. But I thought the choosing of the function is on the next page, so isn't it? So what are these algorithm A, B, and C needs?
Oh, maybe we need to change. We need to change
Oh,
later.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That's okay then. So the one from next page should be the correct one. Is that it? Yep, I see. I think the page looks pretty nice. My second question would be, do you know what sort of library you would use to find the mapping, as in like to optimize to find the coefficient of the function?
Yeah. You mean the algorithm?
Yeah, that's right. So I think in terms of the interface right now, it looks pretty good. Probably the next step will be the algorithm.
I have some idea. I found some regression algorithm, such as linear regression
Yep,
and
that sounds
logical
good.
regression. And
is there a library in Java for it?
maybe it's in Python, but we find the way to run it on the Java page. I mean, the web page can be Java, but the
I see.
backend can be Python.
Yep. So do you guys understand Python?
Mm,
Can you guys
Not-
understand code in Python?
can understand part of them.
Okay, that's great then. So because I know that there are a lot of libraries that allows you to do regression in Python. So if that's the case, then it should be pretty easy then.
Yeah, because we just we just use the function, not a developer function. So it's
Yeah, exactly. So even in the example that I have sent to your group, I'm simply using SciPy, which is a library in Python, to compute the function mapping based on the input data.
Yes. In addition, I also have some other algorithms such as the random forest and k-near and clustering, something like this.
I
Decide
see.
entry, yeah.
So those are perfect for classifications, but I think one of the requirements from the professor is that he wants some sort of nonlinear mapping, because like for example, KNN is not linear or nonlinear. It
Oh,
is like
yes.
yes, so it might not be suitable. But
Yeah, maybe
other
k-near
algorithm,
is not good, not very good. Maybe others are better.
but
Yeah.
other thing it should be fine as well. So if you find other algorithm that is suitable, I think those will be good too.
We need to have 4 algorithm. Yeah, 4.
4 sounds reasonable. Yeah, so so to get started, I guess aim for around 3 or 4 algorithm to
Oh,
compare the
okay.
result.
Okay. Yeah, so far I think the logical regression maybe is the best one of them.
Yeah, so regression is pretty good because it allows you to fit your line through the data points.
Yeah.
But one downside is that regression might not be always increasing. So sometimes, so for example, when
Oh,
you
yeah.
fit a curve through the data points, it might go up and down along the curve. So I'm not sure whether the professor wanted to only be increasing or not. Do you understand what I mean?
Sorry, the last sentence, yes. Can you speak again?
Yeah.
Can you see?
So what I'm afraid of is that so when you are feeding a line to different data points, the line
Yeah.
might go up and down along the curve. I'm not sure
Yes.
whether that would be okay with the professor for the linear mapping.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Because you know how our aim is like mapping from very unhappy, and then happy, and then like the description is like a linear thing, but
Yes.
then so if I were to put it in technical terms, I'm not sure whether the mapping function needs to be monotonic increasing. Monotonic as in it's always increasing.
Oh, okay. So we should find a non-linear.
Um,
Non-linear.
yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, just first try different algorithm and then see how it goes. Have you guys thought of having a meeting with the your clients to have a chat about what you have done so far?
No. The clients replied the email, but didn't hold a meeting with us.
I see. That's okay. I Yep, that's fine. I think so. Do you guys have any question for the professor right now?
No.
Okay, that is all right then. regardless of that, my second question would be, do you have any question regarding on the proposal report for the one that is shown at the end this week?
Oh, yes,
Can you
we have write some part of my proposal. Can you give us some advice?
Yes, of course. I would be happy to.
Yeah, did anyone can show a screen? I use Mac, can't share screen. Hello? Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
This is the introduction.
What would your question be?
We
Oh.
want to.
Yeah, it's the second part about the lecture review.
Yes.
Review.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Can you down?
Yep,
Yeah.
that
It's
looks
about
fine.
the red part.
Yep. So for the red part, what is your question?
Yeah, about this part. We need to have 10 to 15 reference in this part.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what kind of the reference we should use? Is just to talk about the project or something like this?
Yep. So for your project, is a project about psychometric analysis and then the mapping with different nonlinear functions. So I think for your literature review, first of all, you will want to provide some basic information for the reader to understand what is psychometric space and what can you do with it and the meaning of it. So you should have like a few reference that talks about psychometric. Yeah, and then that could also be a subsection for the literature review section. And then later on, what you should do is that you should first of all, because your application is like a web, so your deliverable is like a web application. So you might want to review the framework that you are using. So as in the website framework that you're using right now. Maybe you can review one or two different approaches to create a web framework in Java.
Okay.
What's the name of the framework that you're using?
Spring
It's
MVC.
Oh yeah, so you can probably talk about what it does and then include another reference to its official website. And then last but not least, you should also review a few methods to do the mapping from one space to another. So for example, if you choose to use regression for the mapping, then you would review a few regression methods that you can use for the mapping.
So we also need to talk some technology in this part.
What do you mean by technology?
Like the Spring MVC or MongoDB.
No, so those would belongs to the resource sections. So later on, there is a resource section, right? Yeah, so those would be the material and resource sections. For literature review, normally what you do is you would review materials that is related to your topics. So in your case, the topic is, first of all, psychometric space. Second of all, it's web-based application. And third of all, it is the nonlinear mapping. So you would review articles that are within these three areas.
Oh, okay, I see. Thank you.
Yep. No, that's all good.
Yes.
So when you are talking about MongoDB or other web technology in the resource sections, you can also include citations over there, but then they don't belong to the literature review.
Okay, thank you. Understand.
No problem at all. Do you want me to go through other section as well? Are there any parts that you want me to clarify? If you were to scroll down the document.
Hello? Hello?
Yep. It looks good. So yeah, data collection, user input. Yep, looks good to me. Keep scrolling. Nice. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so your MongoDB and other material would belongs to these sections, section
Okay.
5. So
Okay,
it will be like the software probably materials for it. If you have to go through the documentation of it.
Mhm.
Yep, looks good. Scroll down. Yep, I think the report looks pretty nice. I can tell that you guys had spent quite a lot of effort in trying to improve the documents and trying to write up the different section of it. Very good work. About the image, I think it is a bit tiny. It would be good if you can somehow zoom in or sort of like rotate it in the other direction to make it bigger.
Okay.
Because sometimes and make sure that when you save it as PDF, you can zoom in to actually read the text, because some previous students submit some sort of Gantt chart, but then I wasn't able to read any of the text in the Gantt chart itself because it's too tiny.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yep. Is there anything else after the Gantt chart?
The milestone?
Yep. Yep. These are all good. Remember to remove the first one, the first APA citations.
Okay. We will change it later.
Sorry. So the one right after the reference list is just an example, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember to remove that. But yeah, I think the report is in a very good state and it looks pretty complete. And I can tell that you guys had spent effort in trying to polish it up. So are there any other specific question regarding on the proposal report that you want me to help and clarify?
No question about the proposal.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah, about the individual week 5 individual summary. How many pages we need to have in this week's individual report?
So I think most sections, so it would be pretty similar to the progress report. Most sections should either be half a page or a page. For the summary, it should be about like half, about three, about a bit less than a page as well. So that so in the individual summary report, there is two new sections compared to the normal one. One of them is a summary, a weekly summary of what you have done. So for the week 5 summary report, you need to summarize week 3, week 4, and week 5. Summarize what you have done along those weeks. there is also one extra sections, which is the peer review form. So you can fill out the forms and then attach it at the end of your documents.
Okay.
Uh, is everything going all right with
Good.
the report? Anything
Yeah,
else? Anything else that you want me to clarify regarding on the project?
Maybe nothing. All good.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. Then you guys seems to be able to handle things pretty well.
Mhm.
And I must say that you guys seems to be quite good at creating the website interface in such a short amount of time. Have you guys done web-based designing before?
Oh, yes.
Ah, okay. No wonder. No wonder you guys can create a website in such a short amount of time. That's great.
Thank you.
Nah, that's all good. So I guess so once you have completed the report, the next step will be trying to implement different algorithm using the libraries that you can find. Whether it's a Python library or Java library, just try to apply the library without needing to implement it yourself. And so next week is semester break, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so next week we are not gonna have an official meeting. But even when you encounter any questions, you can always feel free to message me or email me. I'm always happy to help. And if you
Okay.
just want a quick chat up, I'm happy to have a meeting as well. But then there wouldn't be an official meeting at our scheduled time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for this.
Now that's all good, no problem at all. And for next week, there is also no individual progress report.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
so you don't have to submit a report for next Saturday. Next, yeah.
Budget
Yeah.
proposal. Yeah.
Yeah. So once you have submitted the proposal report this week, you can then have the next week to actually enjoy the break.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so feel free to. So is there anything else that you want to ask me?
I think.
All right then. It's great to have a chat with you guys, and it's also amazing to get to see that you guys have been putting a lot of effort onto the project and trying to bring the project to life. I'm really happy to see the progress. And I guess since next week is a holiday, then probably I'll see you guys back the week after next week then. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'll see you guys later then. Have a good weekend and enjoy your semester break as well.
Okay, thank you. You too,
Thank
Tim.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now that's all good, no problem. All right, take care. Enjoy. See you later.
See you later.
Thank you.